Oh yeah, chug that shit, dude. We're hydrated boys up in here.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel.
Where we care about your well-being, so make sure you drink water.
His name is Eddie. Dang, just me and Eddie?
I
It's
know.
been, what, like 2 months almost? Just me and you? I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Damn, I know. Look at Jose's being a poser in Mexico.
Damn, we just hired him and he's already
I know.
called in sick?
Yeah, he took the beta.
Fired.
He took Betamax when he went to Mexico, dude.
It's funny because I made that joke on Tuesday because we did the movie Tuesday with Justin.
Mm-hmm.
And we met up at a baker's beforehand and we got food. And I forgot what the comment was, but I was like, I'm not tripping. I got Betamax money. And they just laughed.
It's true, though.
Baker's has like these new like double stuffed burritos. I don't know if you saw the ad for
Double
those.
stuffed?
Fucking huge, dude.
No, dude. I always get the same thing at Baker's, dude. I
don't
get my
think-
veggie wrap.
They don't have those double stuffed. No.
Whack.
All the shit they have double stuffed has like meat and cheese in it.
Bomb.
Bomb. The good shit, you know what I'm
I'm down.
saying? Damn, so how you been, man?
I've been good, dude.
Yeah? Ready to go back to work?
Yeah, I know. I'm like dreading it because I know I'm gonna have like a shit show to go back to,
That's what's up.
and then I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna survive with like the sleep I have now and the job. So
Damn.
we'll see. We'll be extra tired, boys.
Yeah, you're not getting that much sleep or what?
I mean, I get enough only because I'm not working.
Yeah.
Because I could like nap throughout the day, but waking up like every 2-3 hours, dude, to feed.
That's
Like,
what's up.
and not to mention, dude, I already suck at sleeping, so it's like
You suck what?
at sleeping.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
But I have been watching a bunch of movies, so finally.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I've been trying to get like old like music DVDs that I used to have.
Like live concerts and
Yeah, so I recently I was going because I had this box that had like old VHS tapes. I ended up putting them all right here. I don't know if you can see them right here.
stuff. VHS tapes?
Yeah, those.
It's all covered.
Oh shit, my bad.
Mm.
It was only like 5 or 6 tapes, but there was a DVD in there, and it was the Seventh Star DVD. I don't know if you remember that hardcore band.
7-star.
Seventh Star. They were
I
on
think
Face
so.
Down Records, Christian hardcore.
I was gonna say they sound like
Yeah.
they'd be a Christian band.
Dude, they're fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I revisited it and I listened to, I think they had the album's called Dead End, and then the album after that was with the new singer called Brood of Vipers, and I thought it was still sick. I was like, damn, this is still fucking tight.
Dude, Christian hardcore is fucking tight,
For real.
but the lyrics are stupid.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, the music's good though.
But yeah, I found the DVD, and then like I had seen somebody. It was weird because I had seen somebody on Twitter post like, "Oh, who has that Seventh Star DVD?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I literally just found this shit. So like I replied with the picture of it. You know, I'm trying to be Mr. Cool Guy.
You tell him $500.
$500 on it. But it got me being like, oh, I used to have like the Face Down Fest DVDs, and I used to love watching those. Like that's how I like discovered Comeback Kid and all that shit. You know. So I was like, let me see if I could find them, like maybe on Discogs. And I found them, like super cheap.
Yeah.
So I ordered them. My guy got them in the mail the other day. I haven't watched them yet though, but they were still in the shrink wrap and everything.
Oh shit.
I was like, fuck yeah. But yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on my music DVDs again.
I think I had a couple. I know I had a couple of hardcore ones. I had a bunch of like random like punk ones. I had like the Dead Kennedys live, like random shit. But yeah, I feel like that's not really a thing anymore because of YouTube.
Yeah, no, it's not. Because I remember I used to have like the Hellfest DVD,
Yeah.
and I had the Bleeding Through documentary, which I thought was cool because it showed a lot of spots in like Corona that I was familiar with and in Long Beach.
I feel like even with like giant like pop stars, like it's not even really a
No,
thing
it's
anymore
not.
either. I haven't thought about like live band DVDs in so long, dude.
Yeah, YouTube kind of just put that out of business basically.
Yeah.
Unless you get like I think sometimes bands or music, I don't know like about pop stars or anything, but I know there's been a couple times where like a band will put a record out and it's like a deluxe edition and it comes with like a DVD of like behind the scenes type shit.
Yeah.
Because I know Nothing did that.
Nothing did that?
Yeah, Nothing did that.
I used to have the one that like stands out is the Sum 41.
Oh, the Digipack?
Does this look infected one?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
That shit was tight.
Uh,
They robbed the pizza place with water guns.
yeah, they do like the water gun drive-bys.
It's funny because like a lot of that footage was used for like the music video, the Hell Song, wasn't it?
No, the Hell Song was the one with the toys.
Which one was the music video that had it used a lot of that home video footage? I can't remember.
I don't know. I remember I had. It was a Slipknot, I think the Disaster Piece live one.
I recently, or not recently, but I had gotten that the last time I went. I think it was Book Off.
Oh, you found
I went
it?
to Book Off, yeah, and they had it.
That's a
Disaster,
badass one.
yeah.
I remember like I think it was that one where. I think it was Sid. He goes out into the crowd and he starts like punching people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching that as a kid and being like, whoa, people could do that? Like,
That's also the one where Joey Jordison does his drum solo and the platform starts moving.
oh, it goes like upside down and
Yeah.
everything. R.I.P. in peace.
R.I.P. in peace. Dang.
Speaking of
Damn.
R.I.P. in peace. What a segue, dude.
What a segue. So, as of the date of recording this, we're recording this. What's today's date? January 16th, Thursday. Woke up to the news of the passing of David Lynch.
Yeah, dude, I did not expect it.
Yeah.
The first post I saw of it, I'm like, I went immediately to the comments. And like, I guess it was like just fresh because like some people were saying like, no, I've Googled it, like nothing's popping up. So I was confused, like, is this fake or?
Yeah.
But eventually, yeah, I saw more posts and I'm like, oh no, it's real.
Because I mean, I remember those reports saying that he was like sick, and that he can no longer like direct like in person, but he was still adamant on doing it from home.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't leave. He had I think emphysema.
Emphysema, yeah.
Yeah, and
I don't know if that was the cause of the death.
I don't know if that was what killed him, but
yeah.
that's why he was like having health problems to begin with. But yeah, I didn't expect that shit, dude. And I'm pretty bummed, dude. Like it's very rare that like a celebrity or like an actor or musician dies where I'm like, oh, dude. Like, but he this was like a personal one, dude, because like specifically like watching Eraserhead at like a very young age, dude, and like being like blown away, like what, like there's movies like this, like I mean just being exposed to that, like I mean at this time like I was watching like just regular like horror movies, like Jeepers Creepers, like 28 Days Later, stuff like that, and then like to watch something like Eraserhead and being like, what the fuck is this, like, and like kind of thinking like, oh, this is weird, but then like the next day at school, like I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then having to like, okay, I need to watch this again because I don't know what the fuck I just watched. And then like for the first time, I guess like I had a film like challenge me, where it wasn't like, oh, there's like a clean narrative and it's like beginning, middle, end, and like everything's kind of there for you. Like I guess like it was entertaining, but in a challenging way. And from that moment on, like it just like it like opened my mind. Like, okay, there could be movies that aren't easy to digest, and that was like my gateway. And all his movies were kind of like that. There's a few that like even like the few like that he made that are kind of like do have like a simple plot and everything, like nothing too crazy, like Blue Velvet. Or did you ever watch The Elephant Man?
No, the only films of his I've seen are Eraserhead and Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, like I recommend those two, dude, because they're very much still David Lynch movies, but they're not as like crazy as like Mulholland Drive, or where you're just gonna be like, man, this is a mind fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do want to have like you had mentioned when I got here, like have an episode like dedicated to him.
Yeah.
And like us watch a bunch of his movies and kind of go a little more in depth about him.
Yeah. I want to do that too.
Just I feel like we owe it to him, dude. Like Uh, like, dude, he started like Eraserhead, dude. Like that was his first movie, and he wrote, directed it. He did the screenplay. He did everything. He wrote the music. He budgeted everything himself. I feel like all his films were super personal. There wasn't like one film that he did where I was like, oh, that doesn't have like his flavor on it, you know? The closest I can say that came to that would be the Dune movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that was like the one occasion where he was like if I do this, then I'm gonna be like set. I can have money to do whatever else I need to
Yeah.
do. Cause yeah, that's like it's only like
I guess
I can say
Miss.
like huh
Like Miss, I guess.
miss, but also like his like that far fetched of a movie where it's like sci-fi. Cause he other than that like nothing even comes close to like anything like that. It's all very like I don't want to say grounded, but very like indie ish. You know, like very like low budget. That was like the one that
Maybe
he had.
surreal.
Yeah, dude. Like all his films are like the closest. Like if somebody like never had a dream and they're like, oh, what does a dream look like, or what do you feel like if you were to like try to explain what an experience of like dreaming is like. I would show him like a David Lynch movie because that's
Yeah.
what it feels like to me, dude.
Yeah.
Like not just the way they look, but the characters, like the music. Like I said, they're just so dreamlike in the way they look, and like I said, the acting, like the dialogue is so like weird, and not just like the words, but like the way they deliver everything. Like it's so weird, dude. Like it almost feels like I don't know, kind of like an NPC in a game.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird, dude. But I mean, if you've never seen David Lynch, watch Eraserhead, but like maybe like Blue Velvet, I feel like would be a good start, and then get into like his crazier stuff.
When was the last time you watched Eraserhead?
Not that long ago, couple months. It's been a little bit.
So you've watched it in the time that you've become a father.
No, it was
It was
before that.
before.
Hmm.
I think you should watch it again now that you're a dad. Because I watched it for the very first time recently. Have we talked about it? Me watching it? I don't remember.
I don't remember you
Honestly.
mentioning it to me.
So I watched it for the very first time, and Anna watched it with me, and which I was surprised because we're sitting here and we had like we do like our movie marathons every now and then,
Yeah.
and usually she's like kind of like when I suggest a movie, she's usually for the most part she's like no, that doesn't sound like something I'd want to watch, you know. But this time, this certain day, I was like, oh, like, are you down to watch like Eraserhead? And then she's like, yeah, whatever, let's watch it. And so we watched it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I immediately was like, okay, this is about being terrified of becoming a parent. That's what this is about. That's what it was about to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was just an exaggeration of like the things that happen when you become a parent, specifically a single parent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it felt to me, just because a lot of the stuff is like outlandish, you know, like how the the creature looks,
The
you know?
baby.
The baby, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like looking it up, and people were saying like he used like a dead rabbit or something,
There's like people like kind of spectating how he pulled it off.
yeah,
He's never revealed how he's made it. Uh, but I have no fucking clue, dude.
because that thing looks gross.
It looks so gross.
It looks real.
Yeah, dude, and like,
It's all slimy.
yeah, like it, it's so like disturbing.
Yeah,
And like, the first time I watched it, dude, it was like 1 a.m. I was just watching it. I didn't think it was gonna be anything like that. But I remember like thinking like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, this is fucking gross, and it's kind of sad too. And yeah, that baby, like the decision to make it look like that
yeah,
and have it like in the cast, and when the cast opens, like its organs are just out. Like, oh, dude, it's so gross.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it's like a mutation between like a rabbit and like something else,
It's something. I don't know. That shit was
like a half
nasty.
human, half rabbit.
But yeah, like the whole time watching it, just everything that he was going through, like that movie could have been without dialogue and I would have been engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Like it could have just been a visual like piece of art and I would have totally been into the story.
Yeah, and even the music in it is so good, dude. Like the like now it's like pretty famous, like the in Heaven
Oh
song,
yeah.
and like to me, like that was like, after the baby had died, like all this stuff is like going on, and he's like staring off into the radiator, and this like weird lady comes out and she starts singing in heaven, everything is all right, and I was like, dude, this guy's like contemplating suicide,
Yeah.
and it just like I don't know, dude, it was the first time I had to like think about what I was watching instead of like just enjoying the ride, like
Yeah.
that's why it stuck with me, but. Yeah, dude, we should watch. I know there's gonna be. You're gonna love Blue Velvet, dude. I know you are. Elephant Man is good. That's a sad fucking movie, and that's like based on a real person. Um, but I don't know. We'll go more in depth about it. But yeah, I am bummed, dude. It sucks that like I'll never see like another movie for him.
He
From
was
him.
working on one, wasn't he?
I'm not sure, dude.
Or I think he was like writing a script or something.
I mean, cause he's made shows like Twin Peaks. I didn't mention that. Like, so famous, dude. Like, everyone knows Twin Peaks.
He's also directed music videos.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a music video for 9 Inch Nails.
And he's done a lot of short films too. I know. I think the Eraserhead copy I have has like 20 of his like short films,
Yeah.
and they're just like equally as like bizarre, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things that like you can just put on and just enjoy, dude. Like, just bizarre fucking little short tales.
But yeah, we'll get more into it on the episode once we decide to do it. Cause yeah, like I said, I've only seen two of his films in their entirety. I've only seen a couple episodes of Twin Peaks, so like I definitely want to dive deep into all that. I own Inland Empire, I just haven't seen
You
it.
haven't seen it?
Yeah, so I gotta watch that. I gotta watch all of it. Like I want to watch everything, even like the Twin Peaks movies.
Yeah. I think Fire Walk with Me is like a prequel to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. The show's good too, dude. It's one of those. The only thing I haven't watched.
Was the revival?
Yeah, that's the only thing I haven't seen yet. I don't even know what it's streaming on or where I can find it. But
I think it's on Showtime.
yeah.
If that's the case, it might be on Paramount. Maybe you could try Hulu. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. But yeah. So, I mean, maybe like in a month or so.
Yeah.
We'll catch up and watch whatever we can. And we'll go more in depth about him.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Do some
down.
more research on him and stuff.
But you said you watched a bunch of shit.
Yeah, dude.
Do you have? Well, so what do you want to start off with?
All right.
Because I've watched a bunch of shit.
All right, dude. I'm gonna start off with one that would probably make fucking David Lynch turn in his grave. It's
real?
called The Front Room.
Oh, you watched it? I've been wanting to watch that. I haven't seen it.
No, with Moesha.
Mo to the eat to Brandy Norwood, homie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, that one.
Yeah, that one right there. So, do you know anything about this movie?
I do not. I've only seen the trailer, so my synopsis just from watching the trailer is this woman's mother-in-law comes to live in their home, and she takes over like the nursery or like it's supposed to be the baby's room or something.
Yeah. So, Moesha, Brandy,
Brandy
her
Norwood.
character, she gets pregnant, and it's her and her husband living in this house. She lost her job, and her husband's like barely making it by, and he's like he's like on the verge of getting like his big break and like getting a promotion and stuff. And he finds out that his dad passed away, which he wasn't super close to. And then I guess he talks about his stepmother being like a piece of shit to him, like mistreating him or whatever. So they eventually they go to the dad's funeral. They end up running into the stepmother, and she makes him an offer like, hey, I have like all this money, like I'm old as shit. Like if you let me like live out my last days with you guys could like take care of me, be my like caretakers. Like when I die, like you guys, I'll put it in my will. You guys will inherit all my money. And they're kind of they already don't like the idea, but they're kind of in that situation where like, fuck, we're gonna lose our house. Like like we have a kid to think about now, so they accept. And dude, I've only been catfished by a movie once before, and that was the movie Catfish.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Remember, like everyone, like that movie, like the trailer looks so cool, dude. And I thought like it was gonna be like a horror movie, and it ended up being like this stupid like documentary about like people catfishing
Yeah,
on like going on dates or whatever.
yeah.
So pretending to be who they're not. So this movie catfished me thinking it was like a horror thriller. It's even like on the genre horror thriller. It's not horror at all, dude.
No,
I wouldn't even call it a thriller, dude. To me, it was like a dark comedy, and it's borderline campy, dude.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, dude. Like I watching it, I was like, there's so many things. Like I was like, okay, that's so cool, but where's this going? And it was kind of boring, but it kind of kept me engaged too. Like, dude, this movie was just fucking like weird to the point like it's just hard talking about it because I took notes, dude. Yeah, dude, I wrote like it catfished into thinking it was a horror because it had horror elements, but it never crosses that line to where it's like, oh shit, this is creepy, dude. Because it turns out like it kind of leads you to maybe think that there's something supernatural going on with the mom because she's super religious. She like speaks in tongues. She has like this church group that follows her. That's like it kind of hints like okay, they're like this weird cult thing
Yeah,
that they're trying to like take her baby, whatnot. But it never does, and it has like fart jokes,
yeah. I heard about that too.
and there's like scenes where she like shits all over the walls, and it's like it's funny, but it's so serious that you don't know
Yeah.
like is it meant to be funny, dude? It,
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me of like Beau is Afraid a little bit,
Oh, okay.
where it's like should I be laughing? Like is this meant to be funny? I didn't
Yeah.
know. So I don't know, dude. This film confused me, but I ended up giving it 2 stars out of 5, only because like I don't think it was a great movie. I think it felt really short, and then after I watched it, I did watch several people's like reviews on it. I think it fell short just for like the majority of people, like because I didn't hear anybody praise it. It sucks because I feel like this was Brandy's like kind of a comeback
Yeah.
in a way. I don't know if it was her big comeback or not, but it just like this movie felt really short. Which the redeeming thing about this movie is it does look really nice, dude.
Yeah.
It looks the cinematography is really good. Um, there's like a couple scenes that I'm like, how the fuck did they do that? Like camera wise, because there's like one scene where this the two people are talking, um, sitting across from each other at a table, and the camera's like slowly zooming in, and there's like this giant mirror in between them, but you can't see the camera. And I don't know, just the way that I'm blown away by how they pulled that off because I don't think there's any CGI in this movie at all. It all takes place in the house, like minus like the one scene where they go to church for the funeral. But yeah, the ending, it kind of felt like okay, like that's it. Like there was no big reveal or nothing like that. I think it tried to
Yeah.
have one, but it wasn't like anything grand. I feel like I can't recommend this movie.
No.
I didn't want to give it a 1 because I feel like it is shot really nicely, but
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't have anything redeeming where it's like I would ever watch it again, or I can't like say okay you should watch it because you'll like this. I don't think you would like it at all, dude.
No.
No,
Would you give Brandy another chance if you saw her like she was cast in a upcoming movie?
I would, but even for this, like I feel like the acting was so weird but I feel like it was intended to be like that. I just feel like she didn't have a lot to work with.
Mm.
And maybe that's how the characters were made, and that's how the dialogue was supposed to be. And it's directed by 2 people, Max and Sam Eggers.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So
Any relation?
Yeah, brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Any relation to?
No, they're brothers to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So one of them, I don't remember if it was Max or Sam. He did like the screenplay for The Witch,
Oh
and the other
shit!
one did wrote what was it? The Lighthouse.
Really?
Yeah. So, but that's all they've really done. They've done like maybe 2 movies, 2 or 3 between each others.
Do you know what studio put this out?
No idea.
Mm.
No, it definitely feels like an A24 film, but I know it wasn't. But no, I'm not sure, dude. But I feel like they're kind of like trying to find their footing.
Yeah.
So maybe the next one. I mean, I'd give them another chance, but yeah, they're definitely not striking out like their brother. Like you know, hit a home run with the witch. So
Um. Let's see. It's based on The Traveling Bag and Other Ghostly Stories. It's like a short story within this book that came out in 2016 by British author Susan Hill. But yeah, the production company is 2 a.m.
yeah, I never heard of it.
2
It's
a.m.
super indie, dude. This feel like it
Yeah.
had a budget of like 20 grand.
I mean, the logo for 2 a.m. is very reminiscent of A24.
Oh yeah,
So
maybe it's like a little brother.
maybe I don't know.
But yeah, I can't recommend it, dude. I would say pass on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Wah 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 wah.
And we need that button, dude.
I think I do have it. I'm just too lazy to reach over. All right. So, damn, I watched a lot of shit. I'll start with. Uh, so Anna and I watched a movie in Spanish. It's called
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, Nacho Libre. Amar te duele. Came out in 2002. Directed by Fernando Sariñana. And it's basically Romeo and Juliet between like this rich girl and this like poor kid, just like kind of a troublemaker type of guy, like part of a, not necessarily a gang, but he has like his little crew, you know, and he's like obsessed with comics. And it's the guy, he's in that movie Sin Nombre. He plays not the one that died. You've seen Sin Nombre, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not the one that has MS-13 tattooed on his face that like tries to like that kills the guy's girlfriend. He's the one that like stays behind and like goes after him. Like he's bald. I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in so long, dude.
Damn.
That's a good movie, though.
This guy. Does he look familiar
No,
at all?
he
No.
doesn't.
Well, he's bald in the movie, but yeah, the movie is essentially it's Romeo and Juliet, like the type story where like her friends don't really accept him, and then his friends are like, "Well, why are you with this bougie ass girl?"
Like
you know?
forbidden love.
Yeah, it's that type of shit. And I actually really liked the movie. It's not bad. It's pretty well acted. It to me it did feel just like a very long episode of a novela, because like there are some performances like, oh, okay, it's a little over the top, you know. But the two main leads, I thought they did a really good job. But what did I watch it on? Oh, on Amazon. It says you got to buy it on Amazon. How did we watch it? I don't remember how we watched it.
No?
We didn't rent it or anything though. But I did enjoy the movie. The filming style is really caught my eye, because whenever they went to the mall, because that's where they would meet. Like that's where they first met, and it was in black and white. But whenever they were out of the mall, like out in the world in their prospective neighborhoods or like whatever, it was in color. And I think my interpretation of that is like, okay, the mall's neutral ground, and like they're basically the same, you know. Doesn't matter the background, you know.
It's just black and white.
It's just black and white, and just a lot of the filming style, like the camera angles and just the way the camera moves, a lot of it felt like very guerrilla style. Like you could tell they were trying to hide the camera to film, and I thought it looked awesome. Like it looked very grainy, like very low budget, but like it just looked really cool to me. A lot of the filming, the way it was filmed, reminded me of Kids, the way Kids was filmed. So I was like,
Like a lot of handheld
a lot of
camera.
handheld stuff, and yeah, it's essentially like a Romeo and Juliet type story.
Does it have a tragic ending?
Oh yeah, of course, but I feel like they should have done it a different way, like the ending of it, but it was very predictable because if you know the story of Romeo and Juliet, like
Oh, so it has a similar ending.
sort of, but
It didn't add anything new to it.
no, I didn't add anything new to it. But yeah, like I said, it just felt like a very long episode of a
How'd you
novella.
find out about this movie?
Anna,
She seen it before, or she just
well, because she's very into like Spanish, like TV shows and Spanish movies, like cinema, you know, and so she's like constantly watching novelas. Like she's watched the entire like Rebelde series over, and there's this other one called like Clase 407 or something like that. It's essentially all the same actors just moving from show to show, you know, and like two of the actors from those shows are in this movie.
okay.
So I'm assuming that's how she knew about it. But yeah, like I did enjoy it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, mostly because of the way it was filmed. Because I thought that was really cool.
You said it was 2022?
2002.
Oh, 2002.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's older.
It's old, yeah.
Okay. Dang. Okay. No, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Do you recommend it?
I'd recommend it.
Yeah. Did you when you watch Spanish movies, do you watch it with subtitles or no?
Yeah, but it's because I watch everything with subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch everything with subtitles. So, I mean, I can't decipher or I can't determine if like I'm actually reading it because I mean I know Spanish, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get the gist of it. But yeah, like I watch everything with subtitles. So I'm trying to not like if I'm gonna watch one of like my physical media like movies, I don't put subtitles on.
Dude, I never really liked subtitles that much. I mean, unless I'm watching like a foreign film, obviously. But like if it's an English movie, I feel like it was kind of distracting. But now that I have a baby, dude, I have to have subtitles, dude, no matter what. Yeah.
You get used to it.
Well, you done with it?
What do you mean?
With your turn?
Damn, yeah.
Well, I mean, because it's gonna segue to that.
Damn.
That's why.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, so
guess.
I watched the second season of Squid Games.
Oh, I started it. I've only seen like the first 15, 20 minutes of the first episode.
Okay, I'm gonna wait then. The only thing I wanted to say because it reminded me of it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what it feels like because I watched the first one with it's Korean, right?
Yeah.
With subtitles in their regular language, and I put this one in English. It's fucking horrible, dude. It's so bad.
Okay, let me ask you. When you went to put it, you had to set it, right?
No, I just clicked play, and it started off English.
Mine started off Spanish.
On Squid Games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, like when I went to the title card, and you know how it shows a little preview? It was in Spanish. And I was like, what the fuck?
No, dude. But that's why I left it on. I feel like I wasn't thinking, I just played it. I feel like if I was to like choose, I would have just chosen the regular Korean language. But, dude, it's so fucking bad, dude. How is it in Spanish?
Hilarious. But no, I changed it to Korean with English subtitles.
Dude.
But I remember hearing that about the first season, when the first season first dropped.
That it's bad?
Because people were just leaving it in English, and they didn't know that you could change it to Korean.
Yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I've never saw a movie that I'm like, dude, the subtitles for this are fucking tight. Like, I mean, not the subtitles, the
dubbing.
The dubbing of it is so good. Like, no, dude.
I've
like,
never
it's
seen.
always bad, and I think
always bad.
I don't think it's possible to make a good one because you just can't, dude. Like, it was bad, dude. But
I mean, look at Kung Pao, dude. Terrible.
hey.
Fucking horrible.
Hey. But anyways, I won't get into that. I'll wait till you're done watching it because
right.
I do want to talk about it. But yeah.
Is that it? Is that your turn?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
Is it?
just kidding. No, go. What else?
All right. I watched another one that me and you were kind of like, about Civil War.
Oh, okay. I've been wanting to watch that one too. It's on Max.
Yeah, I believe so.
it's
It
on
has to
Max,
be.
Yeah.
So made by Alex Garland, who I feel like he has his hits and his misses. And I feel like this one's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
So I gave it 2.5 stars. So it got a half star more than the Moesha movie,
Brandy.
Brandy. So this is a political thriller that came out last year
Yeah.
with Kristen Dunst. Yeah, Dunst.
Durst.
Kristen Durst. Dang, dude.
If only we could fly.
And the only ones I recognized were her and Nick Offerman.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know who else.
Dude, Jesse Plemons is in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
And then the guy.
He has a very small part, though.
Oh, okay. And then the guy from Narcos that plays Pablo
I've
Escobar.
never seen the show.
He plays Pablo Escobar, but he's just really skinny in the movie.
But it's a good concept, dude.
And then the girl from Romulus. The main girl, she's in it.
Who does she play?
I don't know, but I know she's in it.
Oh, maybe she's the main like photographer. I don't know. Anyways, it felt really short, dude.
Mhm.
I felt like this is where like I feel like Alex Garland man, like I feel like when he has these grand ideas, that's when he like it falls short for him.
Yeah.
And when it's like his more subdued stuff, it's like a little bit better. But the whole movie, you're kind of following 4 journalists / like photographers during a civil war in America,
Yeah.
and they're trying to make their way to the president to give him an interview before he's pretty much overthrown. And it has some intense scenes, dude. Like scenes that I'm like, oh, dude, this is like giving me anxiety. But it has some other scenes that I'm just like, damn, this is shot really bad. And the movie, dude, is so predictable.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it sucks 'cause I feel like with this kind of idea, you could have done so much. And like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm kind of like sick of like these like movies where like it's like a civil war, but everything's like run down and like. You know, like oh, we gotta get gas.
Post-apocalyptic almost.
Yeah, and like oh, we gotta get gas, but we gotta hurry because you know there's like people like you know blah 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 like, so I don't know. I felt like it was very cliche and predictable in a lot of the movies, like main plots and points because I don't know, like I just knew what was gonna happen and surely it did and it sucks 'cause I was like okay, there's like nothing that's gonna like maybe the ending something cool is gonna happen and. Exactly what I thought was gonna happen happens. And I'm like, oh shit.
Do you think I would be able to predict a lot of the plot points?
Yeah.
You think so?
Because
I'm pretty stupid, dude.
There's nothing surprising about this movie, dude. There's nothing surprising, dude. Very predictable characters. Like I wrote down some good tense scenes / mixed with some dumb predictable ones,
Yeah.
and it sucks because like I'm like it doesn't balance well.
Yeah.
One thing I liked about it is it doesn't choose sides, whether you're on the sides that's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking overthrow the government, you know, or the side that's like, you know, this is not the way to go, you know, blah blah blah. Because like in the real world, like today, right now, like I feel like if there was a civil war, California and Texas would be like at each other's throats for sure.
Yeah.
But in this movie, they're like teamed up. So I don't know. I feel like it made some choices. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like,
It's different.
it's different, a little bit different. But like I said, like it doesn't go anywhere with it. And the ending just kind of feel like I just felt like, what the fuck was the point of this movie? And I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say it leaves any loose ends, but there's like no ends to even like cover. Like,
So what I've heard about the movie is that I guess people aren't realizing that this movie is actually supposed to be about like what journalists and like photographers, what they deal with when trying to cover like a war when they're in the middle of all of it.
yeah, and that's like another thing. So I wrote that down. It does show the dangers of journalism and photographers, but I also feel like it doesn't not really that realistic either because there's like some scenes where they're like at the end where they're at the White House and like there's the soldiers, tanks, and all that, and these guys are, like, going into the White House, breaking in and stuff, and like these photographers and these journalists are just in the way, and like there's like soldiers behind them. I'm like, this wouldn't have happened. Like I would have been like, get the fuck out of the way. So I mean, I'm sure it's realistic to a certain point, but it also seems like they were really like they were like the main characters. I felt like they had the right of way in the situations, and it's like that wouldn't happen. Like,
Yeah.
that would not happen in like the real world. Like if you're getting shot at, there's no way a soldier is gonna be like, oh, like we're gonna look after you, and like no, it's like it's not gonna be like that. I don't know, dude. The scene with was Jesse Plemons.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that guy's such a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, his character is cool, but the way he's taken out is so fucking dumb, dude.
Oh, thanks.
Dude, no,
I don't need to watch it now.
Don't watch it, dude. It's forgettable, dude. It's so forgettable.
No, I do want to see it. I actually do want to see
you
it.
You should, cause I'm curious about your thoughts.
You just told me not to, though.
Only for the podcast,
All right.
or not. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll do what you-
But yeah, dude, it's just I'm like, no, that wouldn't happen.
yeah.
Like that would not have happened, dude. And it sucks. Is like there's some like I mentioned, there's some genuine scenes where I'm like, okay, like this is like really good. This is like really like on the edge of your seat action and realistic. And then something fucking dumb happens and you're like, that wouldn't happen. Like it just takes you out completely.
Okay, devil's advocate here.
Uh-huh.
Show me your soul right now.
$5.
All right. So you're saying like there's a lot of moments where you're like, oh, that wouldn't happen like at all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in the movie where they set up like, okay, in this world that we're conveying, in this world that we've built for this movie, something like that would happen. There's no point where there's an idea that like, okay, that wouldn't happen in our reality, but in the reality that they're setting up in this movie, maybe it would. There's no point where there's like that.
I don't know. Like, it kind of reminds me of like his movie Annihilation, which I love that movie. That's a great movie.
That movie is incredible.
But there's some scenes that I'm just like, that wouldn't happen. Like, there's soldiers, and there's a scene. I think it's when the alligator thing comes out, and they all drop their guns to go to where like the other characters. I'm like, why the fuck would you drop your guns? Like, there's clear danger in the other room. And you guys all drop your guns just so it could be like a plot point, like, oh, they're defenseless now. For no fucking reason.
I see what you mean.
But, like, the scene in particular that I'm talking about, like, a character does something to save other people, and I'm like, they would have been dead. It's almost like the Stormtrooper effect in Star Wars, where it's like they have, like, 50 Stormtroopers firing at you, and, like, nobody hits you. It's like, no.
I like how that's addressed, though. Oh, wait, I don't think you've... Was it The Mandalorian? They addressed that.
Really?
All their blasters suck.
Really?
Yeah, like they do it in a funny way. I can't remember what show it was. It was in one of the shows, but it shows them like sitting on their like speeders or whatever, and then they're like, they see a can, and they go to shoot it, and they're missing, and they're like, these blasters.
See, but in Star Wars, I can forgive it because it's a fantasy. You know, it's you have like the protagonist.
Yeah.
You know, you have like, oh, I'm saving you. You know, the hero. But in this movie, that's supposed to like depict the real dangers of journalism and how like it's this shit really goes on. This shit really happens. It's like they're not Superman. They're not gonna do something crazy and then like leave from it unscathed. You know, like it just took me out in certain parts. But other than that, like even forgetting all that stuff, I just feel like it doesn't really go anywhere. And I think it's supposed to like make you question it, but I didn't really fucking care. Like because since it doesn't choose a side, you kind of just like, eh.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like a good director that kind of does something similar is Sean Baker, where like he shows like these horrible things happening and these questionable people, but he doesn't like choose a side.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't let you be like, okay, these people are fucking horrible. Or he doesn't let you be like, oh man, these poor people, you know, they're suffering. And
like root for this person.
Yeah, like he's just it just depicts something the way it is, and his are like that's why I love his films because like all his films are like that where you kind of have to decide on your own how you feel and then you start questioning yourself like why do I see things that way,
Yeah.
like why do I feel this certain way about this person, you know, like so, and I feel like that's what he was trying to do but he just failed. But I don't know, I would say pass on this one too. It's forgettable.
I'm gonna watch it. No, I've been wanting to watch it. I really have been wanting to watch it. But yeah, like I don't know. We'll see. Watch I Love It.
Dang.
That'd be so tight. All right, let me go back to my list real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, can I take a piss?
Dang,
Please.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go
bust
ahead.
a Jose.
All right. Pause. All right, we're back. Damn. I hope everybody enjoyed that commercial break. Sorry it was so long.
I had to piss out of my ass for a second.
Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So the next movie I want to mention that I watched is also starring Brandy.
Dang. The front room?
It's called The Back Room. No, I was kidding. It's called Best Christmas Ever.
Oh my god, you fucking lying, dude.
I'm not lying.
Why?
You know what I'm talking about?
But that name sounds bad, dude. It sounds like one of those Netflix movies that has like the same cover on every single one. Dude, that is so bad, dude.
So I
Is
don't
it
know.
really Brandy?
Yeah, it's Brandy. Starring Brandy Norwood. Who's that? Luke Wilson and Heather Graham. Not Luke Wilson. What the fuck?
What?
Jason Biggs. Luke Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. That's Owen Wilson. Homie.
It's Luke Wilson.
His brother. He's
He has a brother?
yeah, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson. Luke Wilson is the one from Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Luke Wilson. Royal Tenenbaums. He shaves his head. He plays tennis.
Oh, he has like a big jaw, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Luke Wilson.
He's not in Dodgeball.
He's in Dodgeball.
No, he's not.
Isn't he? Or
No, that's
Old School. That's
Old
what I'm
School,
thinking
okay.
of. That's what I'm thinking of.
yeah.
Old School. Who's the one? Dodgeball is Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Damn, dude, we're all over the fucking
We're
place,
all
dude.
talking shit to each
I
other.
know. So, yeah, best Christmas ever.
Wow.
Wow, wow.
Dude, what happened to him, dude?
I don't know.
Where's his comeback?
So I don't know. I was getting like this, like itch to watch Christmas movies, and I wanted to watch something terrible, something terrible, and something just like super like family friendly and maybe wholesome, you know. And I was just like, you know what? I like Brandy, you know. I like Heather Graham. Jason Biggs is whatever, you know. I mean, he was cool in American Pie and in Loser and Boys and Girls, but I was like, whatever, you know. Let's try this out. I fucking hated this movie. I gave it a 1.5 star.
Dang.
So this movie would have been a lot better if the focus were the kids, because it's a Christmas movie and it's supposed to be about like loving each other and just like, you know, like not being so judgmental with people, you know, but it just felt very childish, and there's a lot of things that happened that went nowhere, and it's just a lot of nonsense in this movie. I did not enjoy it. The acting was fucking horrible, and it just did not make sense. A lot of the plot points did not make sense to me.
No.
It did not make any sense to me. So the premise is Heather Graham and her husband, Luke Biggs.
Luke Biggs.
Luke Biggs. Jason Biggs. They have I think they have 2 kids. I don't remember, but they're going to visit her sister and stay with her sister for Christmas and New Year's. But like at the beginning of the movie, it shows her talking about like, oh, did you get the newsletter from? I forgot Brandy's character's name, but I guess she sends out a new Christmas newsletter every year, and she kind of is critiquing it and judging it because to her it seems very braggadocious, very like, look what I have, you know. Oh, I'm rich. I have a smart husband, a smart hot husband, a smart child. You know, like I have all this, and like it's to her felt very braggadocious. And there was like this letter or something about like, oh, you know, I miss you. I miss hanging out with you, type of thing. And so her son, trying to be sneaky, was in charge of the GPS for some reason. I don't know why. And he decides to put in Brandy's address. And when they show up to the house, they're like, because they're going to her sister because she just got a house. And so when they show up, they're like, whoa, like your sister has money? Like what the heck? And then Brandy opens the door. And then that's when she realized, oh, like, I'm sorry, you know, like we're supposed to be going to my sister's, like, we'll get out of your hair. Like, and then she's like, oh no, like you're the only people, you know, to like take me up on my offer in my newsletters just to show up. Like, come on in, come on in. And they're like, no, you know, we got to get going. And then her son is like, well, I have to really use the restroom. Like, can I use the restroom, please? And then she's all like, and then her Jason Biggs, he's like, yeah, I kind of got to go too. And they end up going inside and they're talking and whatever. And they end up getting snowed in to the point where it's covering the car, the amount of snow. And she's still like, no, we got to get out of here. And she's like trying to dig through the snow. And then they're like, no, just stay, you know, spend Christmas with us. Like, it'll be fine. And they're like, well, I mean, we have no choice. Like, okay. So the next day, they go to get a Christmas tree and there's no snow.
That's what's up, dude.
And I was like, okay, then fucking leave. If you want to leave, just fucking leave. It's just a lot of shit in this movie. I'm just like, that makes no sense. This is stupid. Why is that happening? It's just a lot. And then there are a couple moments where it's just kind of like, oh, damn, that's kind of sad, you know? Well, like, I feel for her. But overall, terrible movie, really bad acting, and just not a good Christmas movie at all. I would highly recommend it.
I feel like that's like the majority of those like Netflix.
Yeah. It's a
Christmas
Netflix.
movie?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it on Netflix. Yeah.
Dude,
It's a Netflix movie. So.
man, you're ballsy for even like watching in the first place, dude.
I think me and Anna watched it, actually.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
dude. Imagine having a budget, having a crew, a camera, like, and it's like that's what you want to make.
The kids were way more funny, like,
Yeah.
way more interesting. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they should have just focused on the kids.
Yeah, I feel like when it's like an adult dynamic, like it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It could have been like, I don't know, something happens, dude. Like, I don't know, what are the kids like freezes to death outside, so they have to like bring his body in and they can't take him to the hospital.
fuck?
Like, dude, I don't
You just
know.
go straight to tragic. Like,
Hey, it would have been more
that would
entertaining.
have been tight.
Dang. Dude, the cover is funny, dude, because it's exactly what I pictured. Oh, man.
Yeah. Don't watch it. Ever.
Was Brandy good in it?
She was. She
Yeah.
was. Like I said, there was like a moment where you feel for her.
Mm.
I'll just say it. It's revealed that like the newsletters are kind of braggadocious. Her husband is like very like he's like a very good looking man, you know, and but the whole thing about her son, because when they get there, she's like, oh, like where's your son? And they kind of think he's off like at college or something, but he actually had died like a few years prior, and so she hasn't told anybody. And she's just been saying like, oh, he's off doing this, he's off doing that. But like Heather Graham's character realizes it because she sees there's like she's finally like, I'm fucking out of here. I can't deal with it, because she starts to think that Brandy and her husband are having a thing. So she's like, I can't deal with this. So she starts leaving, and then like I think she wipes out or something, and one of Brandy's friends, she like comes to help her, and she's like, you know, it's really nice of you to be spending the holidays with her. It's a really rough time for her. He's like, what are you talking about? And she's all like, you don't know? And then that's how she finds out. And then she sees like this big old mural, like a memorial highway for her son.
So there's no dead body in the movie.
No.
Whack.
But then when she confronts her about it, and like she does convey her like heartbreak very well. But that's like the only good part of the movie, the good acting in the movie.
Yeah, I feel like there's not much you could even do with that kind
Yeah.
of plot. Like, yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, they should have leaned in with the kids and just made it super goofy.
Yeah,
Just hijinks, you know?
yeah, yeah. Because I don't know. Like, who do you think this movie was like targeted to? Adults?
I have no idea. Idiots.
Do you think anybody would find this like anybody you know would find it amusing besides Jose?
Um,
Jose?
Jose, no, honestly, I don't even think Jose would like this movie.
No?
No,
Yeah, he would.
no, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
See, Jose, this is what happens when you call out sick on your first day
I know, dude.
or second day, I should say. Dang, fired, homie. All right, what you got?
All right, dude. My next movie, released in 1987
Damn.
by Paul Verhoeven.
Oh hell yeah.
RoboCop, dude.
Hell yeah. Dude.
When's the last time you've seen?
I've been wanting to rewatch it. It's been a while, but I fucking love that movie.
It's so good, dude.
It's so good.
Even like now, dude. Like, I've seen that movie. Like, I grew up on it, dude. I watched it a million times when I was younger. It's been like a few years since I've like really watched it. I think I watched it like a week ago. Ah, dude, I love it, dude. I think I love it now more like as an adult looking at it, because when I was younger, I was like, oh, cool, a fucking half human, half robot guy that kills the criminals like that, and that's all I cared about.
Yeah.
Because it has like fucking badass death scenes, super violent, dude.
It also has a very terrible looking death.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that it's so bad. It's kind of funny. Dude.
Yeah.
Are you talking about when the guy falls off the building?
His long ass arms.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, at the end, RoboCop kills some guy, and when he's falling off the building, his arms look like they're like 10 feet wide. Like they just look
Like what
humongous.
the fuck happened there?
Yeah, dude. Dude, I don't even know where to start with this movie, dude. Like, one thing, like watching it this time around, I did catch like all the social commentary.
Oh, dude.
Like, stuff that like I never like realized that Paul Verhoeven is like he's fucking a smart person, dude. And it sucks because like I feel like this movie kind of falls into like it's remembered for like its violence and it's like kind of like its funny moments and stuff, and I feel like that all overshadows like I said, the social commentary on it, because it is a really smart movie, dude.
This movie is a perfect, like, I guess, representation of my feelings of the whole all cops are bastards. Because as much as I do think that, I don't necessarily think that every single person who decides to become a police officer is a bad person. And I feel like this movie perfectly conveys that, because there are some good people on the force, you know? It's the higher ups. It's the system that's fucked.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie perfectly conveys that.
Yeah, dude.
Especially with the whole like oh, it's just a business, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because even the police are owned by OCP.
Yeah.
Like the big corporation, and like starting in the movie, like a lot of them are on strike.
Yeah.
So like they're like overrun by gangs and like thieves and stuff, and like you get like scenes where like all this bad shit is happening, where they're just robbing stores, blowing them up, beating up like homeless people, like just crazy stuff. And so OCP decides to make like this robot that won't die and won't go on strike. So,
Yeah, basically.
like, it's like the perfect cop.
Yeah.
You know, it'll take orders, it'll listen. And of course, because him being half human, he still has his memories and stuff from his past, so he ends up kind of having a mind of his own, but obviously he's fucking like this fucking robot that has like a fucking badass gun and armor, so he won't go down easy.
Yeah.
But he can still get fucked up though.
Yeah.
And he does get fucked up a lot in this movie too. But dude, this movie like you mentioned about that whole thing about the cops and like that is like a huge part of it, and also like just the way like everything's like money driven, like how
Yeah.
people are money driven, like it's like social commentary on like capitalism,
Yeah.
which is still like relevant today as it was in the 80s, like
That's
you
why it's
know.
so good.
Yeah, dude, like it holds up so fucking good, dude. I feel like it even holds up better than it did back when it was
Oh,
released, dude.
probably, yeah.
Um, it's just a good movie, dude, and it has fucking Red Foreman in it.
Oh yeah, Kurtwood Smith.
Even when he still has some hair.
A little bit. There's a little bit there.
He
There's a
has a
little
little
bit there.
hair. Dude, but he's such a piece of shit, dude, in this
Yeah.
movie. Like, when what's his name? What RoboCop's name? Murphy.
Murphy.
When he gets killed, like, and they're just like fucking with him. They're just blowing up like limbs
Dude,
at a time.
that's just brutal.
It's so brutal, dude. And I remember there's a scene, dude, that it's like watching it this time, it blew me away because it looks so fucking good. But when I was a kid, it used to kind of scare me, dude. It was a scene where the guy falls in like the acid, and his
Oh
skin
yeah.
is like hanging, and he's like wobbling out, and then he gets hit by the car, and he just like explodes into liquid. Oh, it's so good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I loved it, dude. The theme song is so, like, the music in general is
Yeah.
good, but the theme song is so memorable, dude. Um, the practical effects, the stop motion thing, it's a little shoddy, but I mean it works for what it is. And there's that funny death that you mentioned where I'm like, what? But dude, I love this movie. It's a timeless movie, dude.
Yeah, I always go back and forth between like my favorite films of his, with this one and Starship Troopers, which is another one, like the whole social commentary on military. It's a
Yeah.
fucking satire on like the young being brought into the military and just
I'm
brainwashing.
doing my part. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one. We should have like an episode dedicated to him, dude.
I'm down.
Because yeah, I feel
'Cause-
like there's a lot to dive into.
Because I also feel like even Showgirls, as much as like that movie kind of like gets
I've never really seen it, dude. I've seen parts of it, but I've never like. Sat down and
it's
watched
very
it.
campy. It's very campy, and it has gained a cult following. But it's another one that has like that whole commentary on just like that lifestyle, you know. So I'm down. I'm down. Just because he does do some good shit. Damn, bro. Where when you said 87 and then you said his name, I was like, oh, I already knew.
RoboCop, dude.
RoboCop,
And
homie.
I feel like the sequels were, to me, I know that I didn't really like the third one, even as like when I was younger.
What about the Canadian ones? Have you ever seen those?
The Canadian ones?
There's Canadian ones. There's like a total of 6, I think.
No, I had no
Yeah,
idea.
it's not even the same actor. Not even Paul Verhoeven.
No. No. I remember I liked part 2. I think I started watching 2, but I didn't finish it. But yeah, that first one, dude, it's a timeless classic, dude. It's just fucking great.
So, another one I watched. How many more do you have? I have a lot still.
Go do 2 more. 2 in a
Okay.
row. I think I have like 1 more.
Okay. Another one I watched is I finally watched Twisters.
Oh, the one that was released last year.
Yeah,
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah?
I did like it, but I mean, I love the original. It's very like dumb, but it's fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's fun. I did like it. It's very predictable, and I like Glenn Howerton. I know he's like super hot right now. People are like wanting him in everything, but I don't know. It's just his face kind of annoys me now.
Dude, I mean, that's how I feel about what's his name? The guy that's like in every Austin Butler.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like he's in everything right now, and it's kind of like annoying seeing him. Like, even though I think he's a good actor,
Yeah, that's how I feel about him, about
Yeah.
Glenn Howerton.
but it's just like I'm kind of sick of him.
Yeah,
I'm just like I don't know.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, continue.
But no, it was good. It's not a remake, and it's not a sequel.
It's like a reimagining?
Yeah, the only way I could describe it is it's a reimagining, like Jose had
Like
said.
an updated
Yeah,
2024.
and like it's very predictable. Like I said, like right away I knew I was like, okay, they're doing a bait and switch here on who the bad guys are and who like the good guys are. They're definitely doing that bait and switch, and it happened. Yeah, it did. Yeah, and then like, oh, there's a romance that's gonna start here, and yeah, that happened. But the way the twister is like the tornadoes like in the movie is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and watching it, I'm just like, fuck. I wish I would have watched this shit in 40x.
I know, dude.
I'm hoping if they ever do like a re-release, like it is in 40x, like I definitely want to see it because the way the specific scene from the original that was like really popular was when Helen Hunt's character Joe and Bill Paxton's character, I can't remember his name, but they get caught basically in like the biggest tornado, which is an F5. And what they do is they have like these leather straps that they find like in a barn, and they tie themselves to like a water pipe. And they end up being in the center of this tornado. And from my memory, it looked crazy. Like it looked badass because the barn gets ripped apart except for that pipe because it's like deep in the ground. And they're just kind of like,
whoa,
basically. And there's something like that in this movie at the beginning. And it kills off two people that I thought were going to be throughout the whole movie. But the way it kills them off is just like, damn, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That was pretty brutal. Yeah. But overall, I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's on Peacock. That's where I watched it. And yeah, I'm just kind of sick of Glenn Howerton's face. He's good, though. He is a good actor. He's very charming.
Yeah.
You know, he's funny.
Hey, there's just some actors here that are just like, ugh.
Yeah. It's like, hey, just take a break for a little bit, homie. Like, just chill, you know? But yeah, I did have a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you recommend it?
I would recommend it. Yeah. Do you want me to say another one, or do you want to go?
No, go.
I rewatched The Northman.
Okay.
With Anna.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Which is another one that I was like, oh, damn, she's agreeing to watch it, you know?
Uh-huh.
And, dude, this movie is so fucking awesome.
Dude, did I talk about it when I rewatched it like not too long ago?
I don't remember.
I think it's been like a month, but I recently like rewatched it too.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
It's fucking awesome.
Love it.
It's funny because at the end, like once the movie was over, Anna was just like, boys.
It's definitely like a man's man type of movie, you know? Like, dude, like this shit makes me want to fucking get a sword and just like go fight crime, dude. Like, it's brutal, dude. It's so fucking beautiful
good.
too.
Yes.
Like, to me, it's still like my favorite movie of his. I know like most people will probably consider it like his weakest film too, but I just love beginning to end, dude. I love everything about it, dude. Everything. To me, it's one of those like A+ films, like perfect. But,
I forgot about the whole his mom, the whole twist.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, fuck! I forgot about that, dude. That scene where she like reveals it to him. Fuck, Nicole Kidman is so good.
She is.
It's just
her face.
Her face distracting.
Just like we talked about, dude. It should have been someone else, dude. It should have been someone else. Like, she did a good job. It's just her face.
Yeah, it didn't fit with the time, you know, like the time period.
It's clear when someone has like that kind of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
And it just, it took me out because, I mean, it's not like I know for a fact other people have talked about it aside from me and you. And I feel like when it's that noticeable, it's like, it's clearly, I think, was it you or somebody had mentioned to me that she has talked about it too?
Yeah, no, I've mentioned it.
Yeah.
She regrets it.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't, it was just miscast, but that's, I feel like kind of like, was it? Because she did good.
She was good. It's just, like.
It takes you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because everything else looks so gritty and gross, and like, you just see her face and it's like so like de-aged.
Yeah.
But
dude, that one shot.
Which one?
The one where they're when he climbs the wall.
Oh, that
dude.
That I think that's like the shot of the movie, dude.
Dude, that shit was so badass.
Yeah, dude. Looking at the behind the scenes too, it's like astonishing like how much work went into it. Because he talks about like that scene, how hard they had to work on it, because it is like a real like one take, and like, dude, I don't know, dude. That's one of those movies that I feel so fucking cool after watching it. I'm just blown away every time. I love that movie though.
All right, what's yours?
All right, so mine is a 2024 movie that you showed me the trailer for this a long time ago, and like immediately I was like, oh, that looks fucking tight. Sasquatch Sunset.
Oh
Dude.
fuck! Was that a blind buy for you?
Yeah. Yeah. So because I've been like when I found out when I saw that release, I'm like, oh, that's a cool like release because like
Mm-hmm.
the physical media release for it, it's like a media book, but it's all fuzzy. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And it wasn't that expensive. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna blind buy this. And dude, this movie, I had no expectations going in, and it's not what I thought it was, but I wasn't really thinking of anything there. So I guess like it just kind of like I don't know what to think about this movie, dude. It it stars uh
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg and I don't remember who the other girl was.
I don't
I don't know,
remember.
but he's like the one I remember like that I know from other movies.
Yeah.
Um, it's an action comedy, but the comedy isn't like it. The comedy is like funny because of the shame humans have. Like there's a scene where the whole movie is just following this family of Sasquatches, and you're just kind of going about they're just going about like their everyday like routines that they do in life. There's no talking, there's no humans at all in the movie whatsoever. It's literally like four actors. Um, and it's two grown Sasquatch men, a woman that Sasquatch that's pregnant, and uh, a girl like that's a younger girl. So they're just going about their everyday routines, and they're kind of drudging through the forest, and they kind of stumble upon little situations here and there, and that's all the movie is. Uh, it's I think it's a really short film, dude. I think it's like an hour and 25 minutes, but it literally feels like an hour, dude. Off the bat, dude, this movie looks amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful, dude. It's so beautiful. The costumes are really good. Um, you can tell they they really went the extra mile to make these like Sasquatch costumes look awesome, and they do. The music is fucking great. The music is so fitting, and I can't describe the music. It's just like I don't know, like if you were to put like some like meditation like music, like kind of like the earthy yoga shit, like that's kind of
Yeah.
kind of this, but it's really beautiful and it goes perfect. Like it works with the visuals and stuff. It's entertaining, dude. It's entertaining, but I feel like there's not much to it. Uh, I don't know, like there's scenes like where they have sex that are like, kind of funny. But like, they're like Sasquatch doing a doggy style. And everything that's funny in it, like I had mentioned, like a lot of it is just like it's funny because like oh we're humans like haha like that's gross to us or whatever. Um, because like I said, sex isn't really funny, but because it's Sasquatch is doing it, it's like oh it's haha funny. You know, like it's like a weird like very niche type of comedy. Like when I was looking up like people's like reviews on it, it's like it's really polarizing, dude. Some people were saying like oh this movie's boring. Other people were saying that it looks fucking good, but there's not much to it. And I kind of felt in that. And there's people saying like oh this movie was fucking awesome. And, well, I thought it was fucking hilarious, dude. I know you'll find it funny. Um, it 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 deals with death. It deals with like kind of losing your home too, like due to like deforestation, and so there's like a little bit of like social commentary if you want to like read into it, um, because like they do stumble upon the like uh like there's a one scene where they stumble upon like this campsite. There's no humans around, so they're probably out like hiking or something. but they're just kind of looking through everything, eating all the food and stuff. They're super fucking horny, dude. Like, and they're walking around with like their little dicks hanging out and everything. But when they get a boner, like it looks funny. It looks like a dog dick. Um, but just like the way like they convey like, hey, I want to fuck. Like, it's so fucking hilarious, dude. Um, it like I said, it has like it's really sad moments, but the way that it's like shown, like it's not dramatic whatsoever. It's super dry, and it kind of like leaves you thinking like, how do these like creatures feel? Like do they understand death?
Yeah.
And like do they understand like that, like what it is and what its effect on them is after that. I don't want to ruin anything for you because I want you to watch it. But it does deal with that, and it kind of like makes you question like what makes you human too, like what, um, like why is something so normal to them like that should be impactful maybe isn't to them, or maybe it is, they just don't understand it, and it just kind of, I don't know, dude, you're gonna be doing a lot of reflecting watching it. It one thing I didn't like about it, like it has such an like abrupt ending, and then you're just like, oh, that's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you kind of wanted more because it kind of ends like where something interesting could happen, and it just ends right there. And I just feel like, oh, I wanted a little bit more. Like I said, it's a really short film. 4 actors, um, beautifully shot. A lot of cool shots of wildlife too. Like a lot of like real animals, like in the jungle and the forest. Like, um, and yeah, dude, like I feel like if the Sasquatch was like, if they were real, like this is what it would be like. Um, but I don't know, dude. I would recommend it only because I really enjoyed it. I think most people will probably like, I don't know, like find some humor in it, but then kind of
Is
forget
this
about it.
streaming on anything?
No, as far as I know, it's not nothing that I know on. But that's why. But it's like when I saw it, I'm like, dude, I've been thinking about this movie for so long. Like, I'm just gonna get it.
That's right. Um, you can rent it on Fandango at home and YouTube, and I'm assuming Amazon as well because it says you could buy it on Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth checking out. It's definitely a movie that kind of reminds me of In a Violent Nature, where it's such like you're either gonna love it or hate it because it's such a weird concept.
yeah,
Like you're literally like, there's not a single word uttered in the whole movie.
utter.
Uttered, but it has like a lot of gross scenes. It has a lot of funny scenes. It has a lot of sad scenes. Um, it has a little bit of everything. It deals with life and death, and like just what we're doing to the forest, and uh, I think it's worth checking out only because like a lot of movies like this aren't really made.
Yeah,
I know Ari Aster helped produce it.
yeah.
Uh, I think that was like the only involvement he had.
Which essentially means you probably put up money for it to get made.
Mhm. And it had two writers, David Zellner and Nathan Zellner, so I think it was probably brothers.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't know if they've done anything else, but yeah, this movie's so unique, dude, and I feel like these movies only come once in a blue moon, so I say check it out, watch it at least once. I am curious to see like what people think about it. Uh, I thought it was unique. I loved it visually. It's amazing. The music's great. Even the acting is great. Like in the suits, like they're so good at like showing emotion through eyes. And like I said, the way it portrays death and things like that, like it's just shown, but there's no music to like cue it, or like there's no dramatic camera work or anything. It's just happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I say check it out. I think you would like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I think that might be it for me.
Dang. All right, we'll see everybody next time.